A gram? A 0.5? A 0.3?
Hi guys, I wanted to discuss the transition from education to career, and let me tell you, it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Just because you want/need something, it's not always going to come to the speed you want it to come at. It's like the analogy of the tortoise and hare, where our minds is like the hare. It's fast and can go far and beyond with different ideas and imaginations. But the reality is that the tortoise represents the slow and steady reality of life. So it can get very frustrating and disappointing when the reality doesn't match up with what's in our mind. Getting a job is not as easy, yet alone finding one that is remote or pays well. Also annoyed at certain job descriptions, or even most of them, asking for huge paragraphs of things including experienced or expert for chicken change. I don't find jobs that makes me excited, and the ones that do, they're an hour or 3 hours or even more away from where I live. Again, for chicken change. And I'm like, why? I'm a creative person, so I'm looking for a job that's creative, but it's very slim to find them, or they're very few. Most jobs are very logical, critical thinking, analytical, and linear, which don't excite me. Even when you have a good or decent CV, jobs won't automatically and quickly employ you, which people make it out to be. I would say the benefits of unemployment include having time and freedom, and how you use it makes a big difference. Sometimes you feel productive and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you wanna, do certain activities, but sometimes the circumstance doesn't give you that leverage to do the certain things you want to do, or like to do certain things to the full extent. So yeah. Also, like money, like for me personally, I would like to make my own money so I can afford certain things I want to do. Even though I'm living comfortably, thankfully for my loved ones, I would still like to provide for myself, especially since I'm getting older. The pressure is kind of getting a little bit more, slightly lifting up. The pressure is getting worse, a bit, especially as I'm growing older. Career is more on the forefront, and I would like to make my own money and provide for myself and be more independent, with that. But it's not always going to come as quickly as I had planned when I left school. But I still have hope, still I have to work on my patience, but at the same time it can get a bit frustrating, especially if you're looking for jobs online for like hours on end. It's just discouraging because like you're not finding jobs that you enjoy, or the jobs that do pay well, it's like you're not they're looking for the well experienced and all that, but like there's little to none that give like willing to teach you. There are some, but it's like nah. Like it's not how most jobs are. Not like that. They just want ready-made expert, has to work under pressure, fast, you have to meet fast deadlines and all those kind of things for like chicken change. And I'm like, why am I stressing? It's like, as soon as they say be able to work in a fast-paced environment, how do you expect me to react to that? Like, for me personally, I don't like stress. I don't like to be under that much pressure, So when I read that, it's like, you're asking for that much energy from me for a small amount of money, and it's like they're asking a lot from you, not even just like from the applying stage. Oh, you have to put this and this in your CV, make sure you do this and be analytical, do all these things, but like the job side of it, they're not doing any. I feel like they're not putting as much energy as like the people that want to apply to the job, you know. So yeah, because like, make sure you do this and do that, so you can get the job, blah blah blah, apply to these jobs, make sure you go to the company website, make sure you do this and this and this and this and this and this, and it's like I feel like it's not always reciprocated, you know. It's not always reciprocal, and it's like you know. And let's say if you want to do your own thing, you know, that again requires extra amount of work, because it's like you're having different hats, you know. You know, it's not like you're just doing one job role, you know. It's like if you want to do your own thing, you have to have different, you know, hats, unless you have enough money to employ people to do things for you. But for the most part in the beginning, you know, you're one man, you know, show, so you have to juggle different hats if you want to, you know, do your thing and be successful, you know, career wise. But yeah, as the more you go and grow in your career, of course, if you want to need more help, because some people do get burned out from, you know, juggling different hats and responsibilities. Yeah, there are people that, you know, it's like, oh, it's too much pressure, I have to employ someone, you know, to help me ease off the stress or like burden of certain jobs or like hats, shall I say. But yeah, just wanted to talk about that, you know. And even like as of recently, people have been talking about, you know, SAG-AFTRA, you know, like the Hollywood industry, and it's like, oh, there's problems. It's not always like within, shall I say, quote unquote normal. You know, everyone is normal, but it's like, you know, the perception of like the glitz and the glam, paparazzi, flash, flash, flash. You think that, oh, they're making way more money than ordinary people or 9-to-5 people, when it comes out to be that the writers and actors / actresses aren't being paid the worth that they should be, you know, being paid. And it's like, wow, that's very surprising, you know, and upsetting, you know. But yeah, that's a whole nother discussion in itself. Thank you guys for watching this video. Just wanted to do like a video essay type video. I was thinking of going in front of the camera and doing one, but at the same time, like, let me just experiment with sorry guys, that was my book. Just to experiment with, like, you know, voiceover and video essays. And let me know if you guys are experiencing this, you know, like kind of like the frustration of like finding even a normal job. Even like when people say, oh, just get a job, even that is like, yo, it's like, it's not as easy as they make it seem. Like back in the day, it's like, oh yeah, just get a job because it seems easy. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, you know. I wouldn't say just get a job, but it's kind of like, you know, it's, yeah, finding a job, you would have thought that it would have been easy to get and, you know, start making money. But like, there's so many factors into like getting a job, you know. Does it pay well? Do you enjoy it? Or is it even okay? You may not even like be excited over it, but it's like, is it decent? Can you like deal with it, you know? Like how far is it, you know? Like even like when you make your money, it's like, oh, tax, they take a huge chunk of the money, you know, and all that. And that can be very frustrating for people that do like 9-to-5s, especially when it's very laborsome and it feels like they're sucking more out of you than you are getting back, you know, and it's like you're doing above and beyond for that job, but it's not being reciprocated. It's just like, no. And that's a lot of people are frustrated, and it's like, it's not nice, you know. But yeah, let me know, guys, you know, if you are experiencing the frustrations of getting a job and unemployment, and how you're feeling about it, or if you've gone past that season, and just, you know, just let me know, you know, your experience on that. Okay, bye guys.